Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 40 of New to Weeaboo. This is for February 10th, 2021, and I am Nemesis, joined by Alcatraz.
Hello.
Yes. Month of February is here. So yeah, we're already that far into 2021. And of course, let's see, winter anime still underway. Let's see, I'm trying to think. There was something.
The Given movie just came out.
Yeah, I saw that. The Given movie. Meant to check that out at some point.
Yep.
Haven't been able to do a whole lot of watching anime because I've been watching the stuff for this episode.
Been a bit preoccupied.
Yeah, a little bit preoccupied.
With other animes.
Other anime stuff. I can't think of a. I'm trying to think if there was something. I could have sworn there was something that popped up that kind of, that looks neat or something. I don't remember now.
Yeah, it was just a Given anime that I was seeing.
I saw that one.
That one.
I saw that was popping up, but I don't remember. There's something else that was. I saw. I was like, I could have sworn. Oh no, Love Live birthdays because the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game keeps telling me, hey, birthdays, and then gives me stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. It's their birthday, but I get stuff for it.
I get stuff. Usually it goes the other way around.
Yeah, well, I guess it's like Jesus. Anime girl Jesus. Oh no. I bet that exists somewhere.
Anime girl. Yeah, I would not be surprised.
But anyway, we'll again talk about the actual thing.
The actual thing.
Yeah, because Valentine's Day is almost here. It's actually 4 days away as of release of this. And so we talked about a romantic anime, My Love Story. And yeah, this is, for one thing, it's straight, so that's unusual for us.
You, hetero.
Exactly. It came out in, let's see, 2015. So it's almost 6 years old, because it came out in spring of 2015.
Yep, so almost 6.
Yep, it's almost 6 years old. Yeah, it's a romantic kind of rom-com, essentially, about a couple of high schoolers who kind of met by happenstance and then have this lovey-dovey, kind of sickeningly wholesome and sweet relationship.
Yeah.
Twist is the guy there is pretty much 7.5 feet tall and it's built like a tank.
Yes.
He's not what you'd call traditionally attractive.
No.
But anyway, it's basically that's the gist of it. Is this they're kind of the progress of their relationship over the course of a high school year.
Yep.
It starts Takeo Goda, who again the huge guy.
Yeah, he a tank, walking brick wall.
Yeah, he is basically the sweetest, most pure guy who ever lived, and yet he's also 7.5 feet tall and built like a tank.
Yeah, put almost himbo kind of a thing.
Yeah. Well, someone would probably consider him himbo because he's also
Somebody
a little
probably would.
Dumb.
He's rather dense.
Yeah, he's oblivious to a lot of things, and he's also he's kind of below average in school. He admits it as such. So yeah, he's not exactly the smartest guy, but he's also just he will basically move the world in order to make someone else happy.
Yes.
Possibly literally.
Probably could.
But that's the thing about him. He's just so pure and innocent, and it's just so weird to see.
Yep.
This guy,
big, strong guy, who's kind of
embodies looks like he can kill you is actually a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, it is actually a cinnamon roll. He's heart of gold.
Yeah. And the girl he falls for is Rinko Yamato. Or Yamato.
Various other ways of yelling it out.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a pretty average high school girl, and looks and everything, in the sense that like she's not a huge hulking person. She's pretty standard size. They meet by happenstance because Takeo saves her from a groper on the subway train.
Yep.
On the train there, yeah. Not subway, but train.
Yeah.
They see each other's face and just immediate right there. I was like, oh,
just
wow.
Immediate. Love at first sight.
And so he helps her out, and from there it's just kind of they keep meeting up until they start dating, and Yeah.
Yep, and then you just get to see it's a slice of life as they go through their relationship.
Rom-com.
Yep.
But yeah. The other thing, the thing about her is she also loves baking. She loves baking sweets and stuff, and of course, Takeo loves eating sweets. So hey, look, perfect.
Perfect match.
Yeah, she's very soft-spoken baker. Also, kind of puts others first, and the thing is, the two of them are just also sometimes become nervous wrecks around each other.
They're both they're both super innocent.
Well, she's somewhat less so. There's definitely some stuff where she kind of picks up on the vibe and he doesn't.
Like, it's the weird... She's super innocent, but she has lewd thoughts. Like holding hands and such. Yeah, where he's just completely oblivious. She's not, but she gets like super embarrassed about any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that weird sort of innocence.
Also, clearly her tastes in men are a little different from most people's.
She likes them big and strong.
Big and dumb. Yeah, and there's also another important character, Mokoto Sunikawa, or Suna. He's Takeo's best friend from childhood. They like met when they were really young, and they're neighbors, and they've just always been friends. Just that's what it is. Suna's a very quiet, reserved guy.
Yes, very stoic and reserved.
I mean, he doesn't say a whole lot of words except when talking to Takeo and whatnot. But he's also incredibly handsome.
Yep,
incredibly. All the girls are falling for him, including just random strangers and adult women. I'll just see him and go, oh.
Yep.
Yeah, the thing is, he's very laid back. Tends to be also somewhat the voice of reason when Takeo kind of gets a little off track, which he does easily because he gets so wrapped up in Yamato that he gets a little off track, and sometimes Suna has to kind of guide him back to the right path.
Yeah, Suna is what some would call the still waters run deep.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't show much, very hard to read, but very intelligent, very observant. Always has things running in his head, but you can't see them.
Yeah.
But every now and then we'll just speak up and say just a few words of advice that mean everything.
Also, Takeo is one of the few people who can make him laugh.
Yes.
They're the three main characters, essentially. They're, of course, obviously other characters, but they're the three main ones, including the fact that initially Takeo just assumes that Yamato is like everyone else and that, he has a crush on her, but she's got a thing for Suna, because that's how it's always gone.
Yep, that's literally how it opens up. He's about to confess his feelings for a girl and finds the girl confessing her feelings to Suna, and Suna turning her down.
Yep. And it turns out the reason is because apparently Takeo tends to have a bad taste in women, that he keeps falling for girls who talk crap about it behind his back. Yep. And Suna sees that, and that's why he always turns them down. It doesn't matter. Because, you're talking crap about my best friend. No.
Yeah.
Why would I date a girl like that?
Yep.
So yeah, that's the thing. So initially Takeo's just he kind of misinterprets himself as like, I see. Okay, I'll just step aside and make sure to get, just support them and make sure to get together. And of course, then that makes Yamato kind of freak out because is he not interested in me? And so Suna kind of course, is the one who kind of gets them together because he has to tell Takeo that no, she's into you, and Takeo's like, I don't believe you, and then he has to hide under the bed because Yamato shows up, and then Suna gets her to say how she feels about Takeo, and then Takeo just rises from under the bed.
That was a great one.
Yeah. The thing is, it's just also just really funny because sometimes this absurd nonsense happens because that's what happens when you have a 7.5 foot tall gorilla running around.
Nonsense is a good way of describing it. Just the stuff that happens. It's the fact that he'll just you say something. Oh, I forgot this, and he'll just take off running.
Yep.
And he can run.
Yep.
He's huge, but he ain't slow.
Nope. What was that? That's the line, the next step in human evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is, it's just some of the situations they wind up in. Is like there's a point where it's like, Takeo and Suna meet some of Yamato's friends, and initially, surprised, some of them were talking crap about Takeo behind his back because I can't believe Yamato's like into someone like that.
Yeah, because like he's not attractive.
Yeah, and then of course, then
there's a fire.
Yeah, there was a fire, and Takeo goes and saves two of them, and it looks like he's going to be buried in a bunch of rubble, and then he just somehow, because of Yamato calling his phone, he's able to get out from under the rubble and jump out the window on fire.
And that's when everyone went, oh.
Although a girl's hearts went doki doki for a second, and they're like, what is this? They were confused. Like for a brief moment, they saw what Yamato sees in him.
Yep. This whole anime, it's like you said, the sappy. It is super sappy,
but also super hilarious.
It was hilarious, but super. It's like stereotypical high school romance level of sappiness, but mixed in with the rest of the hilariousness makes it a little bit more palatable,
endearing. Even
because sometimes it just gets kind of, but no.
Yeah, it's just two dorks fall in love with each other.
It's very, very, I guess, fluffy.
Yep.
In what it is, a lot of fluff, but every now and then, it kind of pokes. It gets more serious and delves into a little bit deeper things. Although I will say, like, one of the common things that tends to happen in this is like, usually like there's some issue between the two,
or perceived issue,
or perceived. That's one of the things. Some sort of in my notes I have it in quotations, quote, issues that happen usually due to some sort of misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of misunderstanding goes on, but I feel like the show tries to like make it seem like it's going to become a bigger issue, but then they resolve it.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, but that seems to be the way they play it. Like, here's an issue. No, and
all of just the common issues you do hit with a lot of relationships. It's just the common stuff. So it's kind of like, it makes it's relatable even with Takeo.
Even with Takeo being not super relatable, which is weird because in some ways he is relatable, even though it's so absurd.
Again, self-sacrificing.
Huge. Yeah, that is something that comes up common with him.
Mm-hmm. And we even had a little bit about how their relationship starts to affect people around them, including another relationship forming. But some of their friends wind up dating because the only reason they met was because of these two.
Yep. Well, I mean, we have the whole big group, all of Yamato's friends.
And Takeo's friends.
They start meeting more and more and more.
And then two of them start dating.
Yep.
Oh, no. Although that was a bit of a thing because, it's a bit of tension there because Takeo and Yamato both know and they're trying to get them together because they both kind of admitted that, I'm kind of interested in the other person. And then it gets a little weird because it's just stuff happening in such ways. And
I wasn't a huge fan of Kurihara. He's kind of a dick
Dingleberry?
About things. Yeah, it was kind of a dick about things.
I wouldn't say outright a dick.
Well, it's not. It's hard.
A lot of that comes across as this is a nervous person who has no idea how to talk to a girl.
Yep.
And because of that, he's constantly blowing it.
Yeah, and he is. He is constantly screwing up.
Because he doesn't know how to handle it, and so he
handles it the wrong way instead of not at all.
And she gets pretty upset over it because, like, what are you doing? So.
Yeah, it's at first it almost seemed like he was, like, almost to the point of, like, using her, but not quite.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, she got upset. Nanako, the narc face. She got really upset, and rightfully so. It's like, he was blowing it. It did work out in the end, though.
Yeah, he got it turned around. Part of it was just like he saw the guy's hassling. He he does a smart thing. I'm gonna go get Takeo. He'll fix this real quick.
Yeah,
because like I'm a scrawny dude, and that's like three big guys. I have no chance.
Mm-hmm. And
then she's upset
in that case,
he
did the right thing, but it's like you should have at least tried. It's like, yeah.
Well, yeah, he'd be dead.
He did the best thing.
Yeah.
In that case. In that case.
Yeah, that was one thing. Another thing is Suna has an older sister. Yep. And she's went off to college. She comes back, and apparently she's been carrying a torch for Takio for a while, and was very upset when she found out he had a girlfriend, because she just assumed he would never get a girlfriend, so he was safe for her to just kind of wait on.
Yeah.
And
had to wait for him to get a bit older, so the age gap wasn't as big of a deal.
Yeah, because
she's like first year in college.
Something like that, yeah.
And he's now first year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So that's... what, 3-4 year difference?
About 3.
Because first year in their high school would be the equivalent of a sophomore here.
10th grader.
Yeah.
And it's just a thing, because and she fell for him all because he way when he was a kid, he compared it to a pretty flower.
Yep.
And it's implied that Takio may have had a minor crush on her and didn't realize it himself.
Yeah.
And in an alternate universe, who knows? Probably happened.
Who knows? Ai seems really cool.
Yeah.
I wish
she's willing to step aside, but yeah, she's also easily flustered when it comes to Takio.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like Ai. I wish we got more of her. It's funny how quickly she went, when we first saw it, how she went from cool and suave to just angry and ugly cry about
what? Takio dared to get a girlfriend.
Yeah, she does that a few times.
You weren't supposed to do that. You're supposed to. And the way she talks about it, I was like, I thought you had a crush on him. As soon as I thought you liked him. Why are you talking about him like this?
Ai is interesting. Yeah, and Ai actually got her own admirer.
Yeah.
Oda, I believe was his name. Oda.
Who's very persistent. And he wants to meet this Takio that he heard about, that she has a thing for, and at first assumed it was Asuna.
Because of course.
And then Takio shows up. Man, that's a whole thing, which that actually brings up one of the minor, I think, one of the few, I guess, bad points about the anime is this kind of okaying, clearly she kind of constantly turning him down. It's okay for him to just keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, it's kind of a thing I've noticed really okays the idea of once a guy has designated this girl's going to be my girlfriend, it's okay for him to keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying.
Yeah, it's not great. If she says no, the answer's no, and you should back off.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the little minor things that's kind of
Yeah. In this particular anime, it was only that one time, I think.
Yeah.
Sort of.
For the most part.
Yeah, well, with Oda, only shows up for that little bit, but...
Yeah. There was also, I guess the scene was could be a little off-putted, which is the Saran wrap scene.
That was partly hilarious and partly creepy.
Yeah. I need to practice kissing. You're the only person I can trust, Suna. What? No. Don't worry, there'll be this plastic between us. It'll be fine. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And possibly a little bit in the reinforcement of traditional gender roles a little bit. At the same time, it also then takes those gender roles and throws them out the window, particularly with Takio's mom.
Yes. Oh my god. Okay, so Takio's parents.
Yep.
I like how Yamato, when Yamato first met his mom.
Yep. She's just,
I thought you took after your dad, but you take after them both.
Yep.
Yeah. So Takio's dad is just this very laid back, very... You don't see him a lot, but the way he's drawn is just this, chiseled, manly man, kind of a...
He's a very handsome man.
Yes, very handsome, chiseled jaw kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and the mother was a former amateur wrestler.
She's built.
Yeah, that's where Takio gets his size and strength from.
Yeah. Also, her personality is just...
Yeah,
very whatever.
For a large chunk of the anime, she's pregnant with Takio's younger sister, actually.
Yep, sister. Maki. Maki eventually is her name.
Yep. Chubby baby.
She's very... Just like Takio, apparently, was huge.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's she's pregnant, and then, of course, we got both Takio and his dad both occasionally, are you okay? Are you fine?
Are you okay? And then walking in the door, finding her doing something she probably
No,
shouldn't
don't.
be doing, and them freaking out, like, "What are you doing?" I'm fine.
I did this before when I was pregnant with you.
It's fine.
And she even shared the story. She carried another pregnant woman to the hospital while she was pregnant with him.
Yeah.
It's like, geez. Yeah, and she's also not what you consider traditionally attractive.
Yep.
And that's a weird thing. So you get this really handsome man and her, and they just mix together and you get Takio, who's like got that weird thing of like features which are almost attractive, but like slightly off to people, would be slightly off to people.
Yeah.
Something about the face is just not quite right, and you're just like,
Yes, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yep. That's the thing, as we see with Yamato, who just really likes him.
Like the judo? It was a judo club?
Yep.
The judo club seeks him out because he forgot to join, but seeks him out so that they can win the championship. Because their main person is injured.
Yep.
And then the most that I remember out of all of that is Yamato's face when Takio brings her into the championship and brings her to the rest of the group. And she's just standing there, surrounded by all these big, strong eyes in her face. It's just, Yamato has a type.
Yep. Also, them getting the beach episode where the two of them both getting nervous about seeing each other in swimsuits.
Jeez, the beach episode.
And they almost kissed, but not yet.
They almost kissed, but nope.
They got caught. They got caught.
Was that Suna that showed up?
I don't remember if it's
There was
Suna
another
or
time that there was a couple times where they came close and were interrupted. And I think Suna did once.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I'm just gonna leave it. It's like, nope, too late now.
Yep. Yeah, that was a whole thing. It's just everyone reacting. Cause like, you see stuff like Takio trying to help someone, and they're freaking out because big dude chasing after them. Hey, well, you dropped this, and then of course they wind up thanking Suna because he's the one he's easy to talk to.
Yep. And Suna's
like, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It was him. And then it's kind of a thanks, I guess, but thank you. But yeah, another thing was some of the stuff was like Takio got another admirer because he's convinced he's not popular with girls. Nope, another girl actually liked him. Turns out
I'm totally not popular with girls, says the
Saijo.
person who gets 3 girls.
Yeah, Saijo winds up liking him, and she then tries to do the whole a friend just to hang out with you, and then nope, and she kind of eventually admits that I like you a lot, and he has to turn her down, and it's weird, and yeah.
That's weird, and yeah, she wants to call him master or whatnot.
Yeah, she makes that up because it's like she chickened out confessing at the last second.
Yeah, made Yamato nervous there for a bit.
Yeah. Yamato's convinced that everyone else is going to steal her Takio, and it's like probably not.
No,
we're going to be real.
But then there was one that wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a kind of an interesting little bit of the story right there. It's just how they dealt with that.
Mm-hmm. And the sort of jealousy thing.
And then there was the Ichinose.
I wanted to punch him in the schnoz.
Yeah, just because he just immediately decided that he likes Yamato, and she must clearly like him too.
Yeah.
And then he finds out she has a boyfriend. And then he just
runs
tells
out and goes,
her,
"You must
break up with her." What?
What?
She belongs with me.
Yeah, I wanted to punch him in the schnoz.
Yeah, well, wound up being, and that was the thing. Takio had a hard time with it for a bit because he was like, she saw how she saw her like in the back of his car because he was giving her a ride home because it was pouring down rain. And he had a bit of a crisis of which was like he's like in that funk of like she might leave me.
Yeah, because he was struggling with his, again, the consistent thing that he has. He will self-sacrifice if it'll make the other person happy.
Yep.
And he was almost ready to do the same thing there.
Yep. And but it wound up working out because
Yep.
Yamato just didn't even occur to Yamato that Ichinose might like her, because he told her that he was going to tell her something, want to talk to her about something important after the little contest he was in, and the competition, and like she's like, well, maybe he wants to ask me to be a full-time employee.
It's like
and Takeyo's just like knowing full well it's going to happen. It's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and that was another just huge example of Takeyo's just heart of gold, even knowing what was going to happen if I cannot pronounce his name, Ichinose,
I think.
Yeah, even knowing that if he won the competition, he was going to confess. He still helped him out. Takeo still helped him out.
Yep.
Just because he's that good of a person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even though Ichinose is just kind of a jerk.
He is. I think after that whole experience, he started to get better, probably.
Yep. Seems so.
That made him realize it. But
still.
Still.
Shut up. Just shut up. Go away. Oh, that was also the bit where he got covered in mud and stuff because of going out in the rain, and that was as soon as actually shouted. Ah! I think it was the first time I've ever screamed in my life.
Yeah. And then his mom did too.
Ah! Yeah,
yeah.
that was thinking. There was also Yukika, the girl who's kind of stalking Suna.
Oh, Amami.
Yeah, Yukika. Yeah, she was constantly kind of following Suna because way back when in kindergarten, he saved her in dodgeball, and then from there she's just kind of
I'm seeing a running theme here. Girl likes guy because guy saves girl once.
Yeah. And yeah, she likes him a lot, and probably the farthest a girl's ever gotten with him, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, that actually went on a sort of date.
Yep, and but then he turned her down.
Yeah, but they could still be friends.
Yeah, she kind of got somewhat over it, although we see that not entirely over it.
Not entirely.
But yeah, she was. The thing was, she was super shy and could not talk to him initially.
Yep.
It was just that's impossible.
Yep.
And then, after discovering, oh, he actually remembers me and who knows my name.
just everything just comes out at once.
Yep.
And then runs off in terror.
The verbal diarrhea.
Just blurts it all out there and then takes off running.
Gets that sense of when she's nearby.
Yep.
And then her trying to run away, and he's just kind of doing a calm power walk and keeping up with her. I'm not running.
It's like in the OP with him walking and Yamato running to keep up.
Yep.
What's funny is that I've actually experienced that. Like whenever, so I have two sisters.
Yep.
And they're twins. They're younger than me. They're twins. But one of them, very often, like we would be walking somewhere, and I would just be walking normally and look back, and there she is jogging just to keep up.
Yeah.
What's even funnier is I'm not in shape at all. She's military.
Long strides.
Yeah, and it's just the difference. I'm tall, she's not, so she just has to jog to keep, and she's complained. It's hilarious. Stop! Let me keep up.
Oh, and then there's also the bit with the camping. Well, not camp, the picnic, which wound up being camping. Because, they fell on a cliff, and then you got Takeo saved Yamato running down a cliff until eventually falling into a tree, and they're fine. And then they wind up like, well, we're going to have to camp overnight because we don't even know where we are.
And Yamato's freaking out.
Because, we're going to have to sleep together.
Episode 10, that was great. That whole episode was hilarious.
Yep. Of course, there was also the bit with, the first kiss was, Takeo didn't even realize they kissed because his eyes were closed trying to make a wish because it was his birthday.
Oh, that was a bug.
And then Suna kind of helped to walk through it and like, that wasn't a bug!
No, and then he takes off running again.
Yep.
Oh, wait, back to the forest camping thing.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other scenes when they wake up, Takeo got to be like a Disney princess there for a bit. All the animals.
Yep. All the animals.
Just
because they all feel safe around him.
Feel safe around him.
Yeah, the other thing was they opened the thing up with the story of the two ogres, the red ogre and the blue ogre, and
yep.
one of them trying to be friends with everyone. Everyone's freaking out, but everyone seems to be okay with the blue one. But then, the was the other way around. Whatever.
They don't like ogres at all. So the plan was that the blue ogre was going to terrorize the town, so that the red ogre could save them.
Yep.
From the blue ogre.
Yeah, and then they befriended him.
Yep.
But then the other ogre had to run away because, can't be seen with me because that would ruin everything.
Yep.
Yeah, it's honestly a lot of fun.
It is. Great little things here and there.
And the weirdness of of just Takeo and having this little tiny flip phone too.
The dichotomy there.
Yep. And just caught walking, just always just launching himself into Suna's room. Suna, I need your help.
Or just bursts in the door. I'm coming in.
Yep.
You're already here. When Takeo and Yamato, how long it takes them to figure out how to hold hands.
Yep. You wind up doing this weird dance.
This weird dance trying to figure out, how do we hold hands?
Or when they went bowling and he just has to palm the bowling ball because he can't put his fingers in.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, jeez.
Or the other just absolutely hilarious scene. Again, back to the episode 10 with the camping. The very end. Because since they're out late, their parents are calling like, oh, where are they? And Yamato's mom calls Yamato's friend because Yamato's cell doesn't have service, so it doesn't get through. And they go, oh, she's having an overnight stay. We'll have to cover for her. And then when she shows up the next morning.
Misunderstandings.
Gets the details. The whole I thought I was gonna die, and they think one thing and then a boar showed up.
What? Wait, what?
We were outside the whole time. It's like, wait.
Yeah, they assume it's sex.
Yep. But no. Yep. Those two are too pure for that.
No, the other thing, it's nice thing about this, there's no creepy fan servicey nonsense. It's largely a very wholesome anime. That's like the furthest they get wholesome. With this whole that on that front is basically innuendo, like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. It is very wholesome and clean, and it's really cool. I mean, it's like the butt pine is another one.
Yeah. The butt tree. It looks like a butt.
Looks like a butt.
That's the sort of thing that two friends would absolutely.
Yep. Two high school guys. Yeah.
It looks like a butt.
That looks like a butt.
Yeah, it's largely just wholesome. And the thing is, you almost expect any more like a rom-com, just, the guy would be this, kind of a pervy dude who was trying to maybe get, sneak a peek or whatever.
Nope. He does literally the opposite.
Pure wholesome boy.
Yep. The whole, I won't even touch you until you're older.
And she's like, oh, okay.
But don't do that. I want to hold hands. Yeah, because that was the whole thing, like the lewd thoughts.
Yep. Yamato.
But she's so pure, and she's like, but I'm not that pure.
Yeah, that was one thing for sure, was kind of bucking the trend of the girl has to remain pure because waifus and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
No, this was an inversion of that. He's super pure, and she wants to hold hands and cuddle.
The lewdest thing.
I know.
You can't do that. Yeah.
Yamato, you're still too pure. That's just. They're both cinnamon rolls, just in different ways.
Yeah, Takeo she'd do something, he just like, I love her.
Yep, just the little things constantly.
Yeah.
She says things, just little things, or she makes she smiles in a certain way, and Takeo's just once again in love.
It's fantastic. I definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't already. It's just a fun, nice, wholesome time, and it makes you feel good. It's almost like at times it's almost relationship goals.
Yeah, sort of.
It's like, it's just like, man. I mean, we're at the point. It's like, who knows how the future of the relationship's gonna go? Because like, they're
it's
still
a
high school
romance.
You never know.
Some of those do work out, and some of those don't.
Yeah, statistically, at least in the U.S., they don't. I'm not sure how it works in Japan.
Yeah. I think they've got a little bit more than most stereotypical high school romances go.
Yep.
Because, to be pretty honest, here in the U.S., high school romances are fairly hollow and shallow.
And often it's pretty much just primarily led by the libido.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Also, I just found it funny the bit where they're trying to apply to colleges because Takio's trying to get in the same college as her, and Suna hears it and kind of starts to laugh and okay, I'll help you out, and then he's like, I don't understand. When he gets the results back, it's indeterminate, and then Yamato revealing that the college she was thinking about was an all women's college, and then what? Suna, you tricked me! And Suna's just laughing. It's like, yep, that's the thing your best friend would do.
Yep, that is totally.
Don't say anything. Just watch you. Just try to apply to the college you can't go in. You can never get in. Fantastic.
There's also a couple of cool little things. Well, there's like a minor like Rocky reference.
Oh yeah,
earlier in the episode, he's like even the running up the stairs and such with the music that sounded a lot like the music from Rocky, but just enough different to not be. But another thing, the little visual gags and things that are going on, like a lot of time during the dialogue, there'll be like secondary dialogue that shows what they're thinking and not saying,
or just the vibe hilarious. They're putting off.
Yeah, which is sometimes absolutely hilarious.
It's that you're too close. But yeah, because Takio doesn't understand personal space very well.
No concept of personal space.
Which is part of the reason why people are unnerved by him.
Yep. Big dude all of a sudden turn around and right in your face.
Can I help you?
Oh. Takio's part-time job.
Oh, yep. His part-time job is basically, muscle guys.
Yep.
Serving like protein shakes and stuff. And you can tell the clientele are women and gay men.
Yep. And so one is there,
and fitness
admiring his calves.
They're Myron.
I found that hilarious. Also, Takio's t-shirt.
Oh yeah. Often
tends to have references to whatever's going on at the time.
Yep.
It's great. Absolutely. I love stuff like that.
Little things like that. It's great.
It's great.
I highly recommend checking it out. And I can't think of much else to really say without getting into just nitty-gritty.
Yeah, nitty-gritty or just repeating ourselves like we tend to do.
Shh. It's fine.
It's fine. No, shut up. It's
fine. Daijoubu. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you actually check out this anime if you haven't already.
Yep.
So, if you did like this, though, you can check us out at newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com. It's spelled Libsyn. You can check out all the episodes there and subscribe to the RSS feed if you'd like. And at the top there, you can also see a bunch of buttons, which includes most of our other destinations, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, where you can search for New to Weeaboo as well if you want to go that way and subscribe and comment or whatever. And there's also Amazon Podcasts that's not listed still. So yeah, you can just, check out episodes past and future there as, time goes on. And if you want to contact us, you can do so via email, newtoweeaboo@gmail.com if you want, questions or criticisms or what you think of this episode or the anime or anime recommendations. We're always open to those. We may or may not follow them because, sometimes we take one look and nope. Other times this might be just simply a problem of, just a logistic problem of this anime is like 200 episodes long. That's just not feasible sometimes. Although we managed it with Sailor Moon, but that took 5 months.
Yes, because Sailor Moon, it was a lot of episodes, but we could split it up into multiple seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be different if we tried to do something like One Piece.
Yeah. Dragon Ball might be viable because that is separated into separate sagas.
Yeah.
That might be viable, but also would probably take like 3 years.
Yeah, oh God.
I'd have to investigate that because it is one of those things I'd like to do, but I don't want to force it if it can't work.
Yeah.
We'll check on that and then down the line. But anyway, that's the email. You can also follow us on Twitter at @newtoweeaboo. Follow, retweet, like, all that stuff. If you want, new episodes will be popping up, announced there and whatnot. And of course, there's also our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alcatraz717 and an underscore at the end. Mostly robots. I haven't been posting a lot lately. I've actually been trying to knuckle down and do reviews and stuff, and to some degree of success. There's a lot.
Yeah.
And there's only a finite amount of time in the day.
Aw. Make the days longer, you know.
Yeah, or something. Or just stop time for a second.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just stop time.
Just get stuff done while, everything's frozen. But that's it. Join us next time. We'll be talking about Bubblegum Crisis, the original from the 80s.
Crisis. 80s anime. This will be interesting.
Yeah, 80s anime. That's always a fun time. I mean, there's also the 90s version, but still. Anyway, that's it for this episode. So we'll see you next time, and take care of yourselves, all that stuff. And goodbye.
See ya.
Set